Bro, you gotta be shitting me. What is that, bro? That's it.
And don't call me little girl.
Raid 2. What? Revenge on Umbrella.
Resident Evil 0.
Welcome to the Nightmare Realm. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Merciless Ghosty. I'm a horror content creator who focuses on cinematic style horror gameplay here on YouTube. I'm a big survival horror fan, Resident Evil fan. I've been a Resident Evil fan since the early days of PS1. With that being said, there are some gaps in my Resident Evil knowledge and fandom. I just played through RE0 for the first time, and oh my god, was it one of the most frustrating games that I've ever played. And we need to talk about it. There's like two budding rivalries here in terms of the villains go. You have Dark DeMarcus coming back to get his revenge on Umbrella and Spencer for having him assassinated many years ago. It's an I like the storyline. Like I really like the storyline, especially when it fleshes out a little bit more. But at the same time, we have another budding rivalry going on here between Birkin and Wesker that is spoken about more in files in the game, and how it's kind of egged on by Marcus to get them to keep them under his thumb and kind of keep them at odds with one another, because they're both good employees, but they both want power. Like the storyline is all about hidden rivalries and greed and power, and I know that's kind of the theme of the whole Resident Evil franchise, but I feel like it could have been really expanded upon in this game. It sets up a lot of things that we get in the future, but the problem is that some of the things that happen in this game don't really line up with the established lore that we already know. Now, the more interesting storyline for me for this game is in terms of our protagonists. You get two main characters, Rebecca and Billy. So with Rebecca, we kind of get the origin story of just before the mansion incident, and we get what happened with the Bravo team. The problem is that the way that it plays out doesn't really match the events of the first game, and this is not the origin story of Rebecca that I'm going to choose to remember going forward. This makes her seem less vulnerable in the mansion. To me, I think this game should have been, what this game should have been is the Bravo team investigating like the very early reports of the outbreak, before Resident Evil 1, before RE2, before the T-virus really spread and started and really grabbed the hold of Raccoon City. I think it should have just been the Bravo team. No Rebecca. This is before Rebecca got hired. She's not out on the field yet. She's still in training, and you just get the Bravo team, and maybe you play as the captain Enrico. This early origin story, to me, that works a little bit more in terms of like, okay, they go through this whole incident here and then immediately go into the Spencer mansion. That seems a little far-fetched to me. But the most interesting story and the most interesting character of this entire game to me was Billy. So we go through this whole thing where he's now a escaped convict that the Bravo team is searching for. But later in the game, we get this whole backstory of his tragic past, of him being in the military and how he was forced to kill a bunch of people due to his superiors kind of giving orders and whatnot, and how it's a pretty sad and tragic story. I wish we had gotten more from this character. I ended up using this character a lot, like more so than Rebecca throughout this game. It's a little bit easier. He could shoot a little bit quicker because of his background, so I ended up using, but we'll talk about more of that in the gameplay. In terms of a remake, I think Billy could benefit from a little bit more meat on the bone. Like, we get this little cutscene of his backstory, but I really think like he's this super cool, like ultra over the top early 2000s action hero in this game, and I think it would have been cool if we get a little bit more of a tragic story in the remake, a little bit more grounded, a little more rooted in horror, like dealing with the trauma of what he went through in the past. I think a remake would really benefit this character a lot, and I'm excited if we do actually get an RE0 remake to see what they do with this character. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Oh my god, this is where the biggest source of frustration begins. Bro, this game, I swear to god, man. So let me pick up the ammo. You know exactly what I'm going for. I don't give a shit about the painting. Bruh.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
I just want to make sure she doesn't get no. Oh my god, bro. Thank you. Holy shit, man. Our game. Is it just regular herbs that heal it? Let's see. Nope. How exactly do we heal poison? Poison. Give me serum. Oh my god, bro. This is so clunky. This is so clunky. I hate this so much. Bruh. 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 There you go. There you go. Push. Oh my god. Push it. Push the damn thing. Thank you. Oh my god, this game is clunky. So you have two characters that you're primarily playing throughout, Rebecca and Billy, and you have to constantly switch back and forth between the two. In some regards, it's required to use both to complete some puzzles. So you manage two different inventories, two different healths, two different characters. There's no item box, so you have to pick a room, throw stuff on the ground, come back and pick it up. It gets really, 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 really old and really frustrating really quick. Honestly, I think this would have been way cooler if it was fully co-op, and in a remake, it should be fully co-op. Just the whole going back and forth between two characters. This is one thing I absolutely hated about RE0, and some part lesser than RE4, but because you don't actually control Ashley, but you have like having the AI partner in it's a nice switch up from the usual formula. I get why they did it, but it just didn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. It gets me frustrated. The AI is not smart. It's kind of stupid, and there would be times like throughout this game where like I said, Rebecca would be getting in the way. Rebecca, get out of the move. Oh, for the love of God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, this system would be a lot better if it was like fully co-op. In a remake, I hoped that they do make it fully co-op, because the whole AI partner system just doesn't work for me. The AI tends to be a little stupid in these games. So in the future, if they are going to remake RE0, I would really, really, really like to see this be fully co-op, and I think that would make the game a lot more fun. I haven't even gotten started on the enemy types yet. For a Resident Evil game, the zombies are here, but not enough. There's not enough zombies, especially for an origin story. The enemy types in this game are mostly insects and animals, which I get it. It's an origin story, but it feels weird. I know there was a snake in RE1, and there's dogs throughout them, but it's far and few between. But it's not consistent throughout. Like, you may get this one area that has dogs and you have the one snake fight, but this game is like that, but like the entire game, like the majority of the game, like the roles have been completely reversed, where the primarily enemy type in RE1 is zombies, and then you get these little sections with animals throughout. It's basically like they reverse that, where it's mostly animals and insects throughout, and then you get these like little sections with zombies. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it. So you get like these giant like cockroaches. I was calling them cucarachas throughout my playthrough. You get these monkeys that fly through the air at you. They did bring the hunters back. Oh, fucker. Oh, no. I did appreciate seeing the hunters, even though those hunters are a pain in the ass. The bosses are also the same. We get the one on the train, we get the one fight with the scorpion. Then we get to the mansion and we fight a giant caterpillar. After this mansion, we get a bat. This was one of the most frustrating fights I've ever had in a game ever. What is that aim? What are you aiming at, Billy? What is it? Where is the auto aim? What is going on? None of the bosses are really like super challenging except for the bat. The bat was annoying as fuck just because of how clunky it was. Figured out you could just end it like this. No way, bro. That's it. Oh my god, bro. He literally got stun locked. Wow. Wow. Oh, you can literally just sit there and just cheese that whole fight. Oh lord, this game. Well, we do have 2 tyrants in here, 2 tyrant fights. Cool. I really like them. Like once we got to this point, I was like, okay, this feels like more like my cup of tea. I'm digging this. This is I like this fight. But I've fought in so many tyrants throughout my years that the tyrant fights just are easy to me at this point. And then we get to the end of the game, and it's Queen Leech. The first part of the fight is a little challenging, can be a little challenging at first, but once you figure it out, and once you get to the second part of the fight, it's literally like, just watch.
The self-destruct system has been activated. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
I was curious if there was any ammo over here.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Seems like if I distract it long enough, I can literally just run around it though.
Activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
I could just keep running.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
that was easy enough.
Billy!
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
that early 2000s action cheese. Yep, that's it. You just shoot Queen Leech a couple times, run circles around it, let Rebecca do her thing, and that's it. Overall, Resident Evil Zero had some very solid ideas. The story set up, the characters, the atmosphere. I really love some of the music in this game. The setting was cool. Enemy types could have been interesting. But overall, like, the execution of what they just presented here just kind of fell flat. Clunky puzzles, clunky mechanics, clunky gameplay. This was not one of my favorite RE games, and not one that I'm really super hyped to go back and revisit in the future. But that's it for this video. RE1 coming soon. If you like this video and want to see more RE content, let me know. Did you enjoy RE0 or did you not care for it as much like me? Thank you guys for watching. Don't wander too far because this ghosty always remembers who entered the realm, and I will see you guys next time.